Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Enter the Gozi Ngozi. So today we are making two of my favorite snacks, which is puff puff and buns rolls. So I started with the puff puff first. I'm going to start by sieving my flour, adding some dry yeast, add 3 spoons of sugar, and then I'm going to go in with the nutmeg. I'll mix the dry ingredients together first before adding the wet ingredient. So for the wet ingredient, I'm using two types of milk, which is the skimmed milk and evaporated milk. You can use powdered milk. Any milk of your choice, I think, can go. And then I'm going to add in some warm water and mix this properly. Now, the consistency of your puff puff is going to determine the texture of a puff puff after frying. For me, I'm going with a thicker consistency. So as you can see, I didn't add much liquid. I'm going to mix vigorously to make sure I get a stretchy batter. Your puff puff needs a warm place to help it rise. So I heated up my microwave. You can use an oven or a very warm corner of your house. Cover and keep that for at least an hour. Allow it to rise. Check up on it. If it doubles in size, then it's ready to be fried. After 1 hour, the dough had doubled in size, so I'm going to go ahead and start frying. So I added some vegetable oil to a pan, allow that to heat up. Now, this is the texture I am going for, like I said before. If you had added some more liquid to yours, you'll have a more looser texture. But if you did not, then you should have a texture that is as thick as this. Don't panic, it's all going to form puff puff at the end of the day. Just that the textures are going to be different. To form a round shape of puff puff, I'm going to get a small dough in my hands. In between my thumb and my index finger, I'm going to press out the size of the dough I want. I'll keep repeating that until I exhaust the whole batter. This method helps me to get a round shape of puff puff all the time. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. So while even pouring in the batter, you can see that the puff puff is flipping itself. Continue frying each side on medium heat until it turns golden brown like this, and your puff puff is ready to be served. This puff puff was very tasty and it had a very thick texture. You can eat this, have a drink, and you will be full, I promise you. The next snack we are making is the buns roll. For the buns roll, I went ahead and sieved my flour. Please always sieve your flour, okay? So after sieving my flour, I added baking powder, add a spoon of sugar, add in some nutmeg. Stir this properly to combine, just like puff puff. Always stir your dry ingredient first before introducing any wet ingredient. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some butter, and I'll just mix this together with the flour until it forms a crumbling texture like this. And then I'll go ahead and add in the wet ingredient, which is the milk. So I'll be adding the milk bit by bit to form a dough. Now remember, I told you in the beginning of this video that the dough you form for the buns roll can also be used for chin chin or meat pie. It's very important for you to note that I am not kneading, but I'm only trying to form the dough, making sure that I gather all my crumbs together with the wet ingredient I had added. After I form my dough, I'll just keep this aside, please not in the fridge. To add flavor to the buns, I'm using some red bell pepper, ginger, and carrot. So I'm going to grate this and make sure I form a rough texture, not exactly smooth. Because they're vegetables, they're going to have water, so please squeeze out the water and then set aside. Then back to the dough, I'm going to roll it out into a medium thin texture, cut out the edges, add in the vegetable we have just grated, and then I'll be rolling it just as you see me doing right now. When I've gotten this shape, I'm going to go ahead and cut it into a small bite-sized shape, just like you see me doing here. Repeat the same method until you exhaust all the dough and the vegetables, and then heat your oil up and start frying. Try not to overcrowd the pan so the buns doesn't soak oil. Fry both sides on medium heat until golden brown. Continue frying until you exhaust all the dough. By now you should be perceiving the smell of ginger in your kitchen. Now this flavors from the ginger and the bell pepper you added is going to take your buns to another level. I love vanilla flavor to rest. I hope you'll try this recipe. I'm so happy to share it with you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye guys.